Good evening. Good evening. How you doing? I'm doing pretty good. Did I warm up my voice today? No. Are these the first words I've spoken? Yes? Maybe like one or two earlier, I don't remember. But yeah, but it's okay, because as per usual, I have tea. Delicious, delicious tea. English breakfast, don't you know? I usually drink my teas black, but I might actually add some milk. We'll see how I feel about it later. There we go. I did preload. The game capture has like preload, but if I like leave the scene for too long, it like unloads itself. And then I have a black screen, so that's why that happens. In case you were wondering. Oh, these are all autosaves. I was like, how do I have so many? How many does it hold on to? Is it 5? I can have 210 save files. That's an oddly specific number. Why 210? Unless, like, it doesn't match, like, a bit number. That's like the classic 255, because it was, like, 256 values, like 0 to 255. That would make sense, unless it's gonna have, like, 45 autosaves. Which I don't think makes sense. I think it is set to every 5 minutes. So it is only gonna keep the file. Why 210? That's weird. Whatever. Let's continue exploring the city. Should probably go in every building I can. I've explored all of downtown, Station Street. Did I ever go into this shop on the left? In Central Square? I went into the department store, but this other one down here, I don't think I did. At least I may not have. Acacia, you say? I live somewhere called Acacia Apartments. Not that you ever have a choice, really. Apartment's an apartment. Who cares what it's called? Although I'd rather have, you know, a not stupid name. In fairness, it's pretty rare. God, I just love this art style. This is just, it's so timeless to me. My daughter works for the CPD. I bet you it's like, this is like Fran's mom or something. Or the other, one of the receptionists. Although we've only met Fran in person. Well, we got a message from someone else. Just for the quest, I think. Oh, he looks dapper as fuck. So this building belongs to the Bracer Guild? Indeed, they are an international non-governmental organization serving to keep the peace and protect civilians. Yep, the Crossbell's favorite allies of justice. And our competitors. Though I believe officially, at least, we have a collaborative relationship with them. Oh, why hello there. Welcome to the Bracer Guild. You must be from that new little experiment the police department's running, the SSS, right? What? How does he know about us? Allow me to properly introduce myself. I'm Lloyd Bannings with the CPD Special Support Section. And you are? You can call me Michelle. I serve as the Bracer Guild's receptionist out here in Crossbell. I heard about you guys from Arios. Oh, I guess that makes sense. Still, I'm surprised you recognized us as soon as we walked in. Well, the badges were a dead giveaway. And then that eclectic lineup of yours narrowed it down quite a bit. Anyway, from what I hear, your little group is taking more than a few notes from the Bracer Guild. Yeah. I cannot deny that. I'm guessing you Bracers aren't too amused by that. Oh, don't be silly. We don't mind one little bit. In fact, we welcome you with open arms. We're always drowning in requests, and every Bracer in my guild is already running around the state like a headless chicken. You'd be doing us a huge favor by taking on some of that work, you know? I see. It's a bit of a relief to hear that. But don't go getting ahead of yourselves just yet. You still haven't done diddly squat to prove you're useful. Half-assed help only makes more work for us. Not pulling any punches, I see. I know I'm being a tad harsh, but we honestly have some of the best bracers Zumeria has to offer here in Crossbell. Arios is a given, of course, but each and every one of our other members are pros at what they do, and the citizens trust them immensely. On the other hand, the SSS is just a group of newbies the CPD threw together to salvage its image. You can see why I might still have my doubts that you'll be able to keep up, right? Yeah. There's no arguing against that. Measuring up to them is definitely a tall order, can't deny that. Okay, I'll ease off on the teasing for now. You just focus on working hard and do what you can for now. And if you fall and scrape your knees, we'll be there to kiss your boo-boos and make it all better. We'll give it our all. Seriously though, the special support section? Is it actually true your division was created due to some internal drama at the CPD? You've certainly got your sources locked down tight. You bet your batons I do. Don't you go underestimating on the power of our connections. We get our hands on all the juiciest morsels of information from all over the continent. For example, if I wanted, I could get a head count of every hottie and hunk across all of Arabonia. No wonder I haven't got mad with power. I kind of want to give him Olivier's voice because I think it might suit this guy. I don't know how much we're going to talk to him though. I don't know if that was the best example, but I have heard that the Guild's info network is one of the best there is. Anyway, I'm sure we'll be seeing a lot of each other in the future. Know that you're always welcome. Actually, come by again a little later if you're free. Got a lovely little idea. It can mark the advent of our collaboration even. An idea? What exactly did you have in mind? Just a little something that'll give me a better picture of how competent you really are. Don't worry, I don't bite, I swear. Kinda suspicious, don't you think? I agree. His speech patterns do not match those of other men I have met. I do not know what to make of this exactly. Okay, I think he has to have Olivier's voice now. I don't know if Olivier is in this arc. He might be? I want to know. Hold on. If I just look up Olivier Lenheim, it should show me to a wiki. And it should tell me, like, which game titles he's in. Is there, like, an appearances section? Appearances! In the Sky Games, Cold Steel. Ao no Kaseki. Which one is that one? It's a sequel to Zero no Kaseki. And I'm playing Zero no Kaseki right now. Because it's Trails from Zero. Right? So he's in the next game and not this game. What do we want to know? If Olivier is in the Crossbell games or not. And he's in the second one, it sounds like. So I should get this guy Olivier's voice. I'm not going to use it otherwise. Definitely drop by the guild later if you're free. I've got a lovely little idea. It can mark the advent of our collaboration even. Don't worry, I don't bite, I swear. Especially with how Tio was like, he doesn't talk like anyone else I know. I'm like, you know who else doesn't talk like anyone else anyone knows? Olivier. Man, Arios is out on another business trip. I can't seem to catch a break. Who am I to talk, though? We're about to get dispatched ourselves. Lynn and Aeolia should be back soon, though. Michelle's quite efficient at organizing our shifts, isn't he? Seems as though we always have people covering the different parts of the state. Yeah, true. I just wish he'd ease up a bit. The man can really work us to the bone sometimes. Pardon us, are you all bracers? Oh, I recognize you guys. You're those officers from the SSS, yeah? You are correct. That easy to tell? Certainly is. You have a sort of clueless rookie air about you. I can see your inexperience at a glance. Are you sure you're going to be able to survive working in Crossbell? It's frustrating, but we can't deny we're still inexperienced. Regardless of how you feel about us, we intend to do what we can. How naive. If you don't push yourselves beyond simply doing what you can, you'll never grow. In your careers or as people. Wow, he's harsh. Well, personally, I'm rooting for you guys. If the police were a bit more with it, us bracers wouldn't have to work so damn hard all the time. After all, we're the ones who have to clean up every problem you ignore or fail to solve. Sorry, we'll work on fixing that. So how you doing, Everike? You doing good? I can stare into your soul. You're hungry? I'm kind of hungry too, actually. I thought about eating beforehand, and then I didn't. I'm gonna eat after streaming. Who are these people? I assume we're gonna end up fishing. Those are some thick-ass fishing poles. It's a book called Easy Fish Dishes. Can I not? I guess I haven't learned to start cooking yet, so maybe I'll learn like a fish recipe. Oh, it's the old lady! Oh, you're the kind lady from back then. That's right, you said your house was on East Street. This must be it then. I remember how you offered to carry our luggage for us. Such an admirable young man you are. Oh, by the way, my husband is upstairs. If you'd like to talk to him, I'm sure he'd be pleased to see you again. Sure, I'd be happy to. Oh, you're that lad we sat on with the train, right? How was your first day at work? I guess I'd say it feels like I'm finally getting into gear now. Oh, are these your colleagues? As I see a group of young people working together towards a better tomorrow. I don't know how much I can help, but feel free to drop by and chat if you want to. Back in my day, I was a merchant. I'm lucky to have a few connections around the state. Oh, wow, I never knew that. Who were you acquainted with exactly? Let me think. There's the mayor of Crossbell. There's a certain association of merchants. On top of that, a good friend of mine is also the director of St. Ursula Hospital. Lloyd, isn't this guy kind of a big deal? Sir, what do you do for a living? I'm glad you asked. I'm the sitting chairman of Crossbell's Business Owners Association. Oh, don't go getting all nervous now. It's not that big of a deal, honestly. His appearance does not play the part, though. So this is Chairman Moores of the Business Owners Association? Ah, lucky for us. I'm sure they'll come in handy at some point. Alright. Let's go see the harbor. Oh, here's the Harbor District. It's connected to the Lupinus River and Lake Elm just south of us. The area is teeming with different businesses. If you look north, you'll see companies of all kinds lined up next to each other. Got that nice park in the middle of it all, too. It makes for a great spot to kick back and relax. I could take a quick snooze there, easy. According to the database, it is simply known as the Harbor District Park. Not the most inspired name, I must say. Wait, is that Crossbell Times? I was wondering where they moved their office to. The city's gone through a lot of changes these past 3 years. She got Dynasty. I forget. I'm so poor. I have 30 mirror to my name. Let's just see what they do. 80% HP, strength, defense, 25%. Who's really good in this? Scaring the fish. Fine. The water looks pretty good. Like, extremely calm, but, like, it's pretty good, honestly. Payway. That's not where they were in Cold Steel. They were, like, down here. I guess because you can't turn the camera, they didn't want to have any, like, buildings here. I suspect that's the reason for most of the changes, is just the camera angle. Both calm and not calm at the same time, yeah. It still looks nice, though. Welcome to the Crossbell News Service. Are you here to lodge a complaint about one of our articles? That must happen a lot if that's her first question. Huh? No, I wasn't planning on it. Oh, thank goodness. Well, if you'd like to voice a comment for any of the stories we run, just let me know. I'll call the editor-in-chief for you. The Crossbell News Service is more and more frequently being stormed by people livid about the content of our articles. If that's what you're here for, too, just let me know. God. What a terrible time to be a receptionist. When the company you work for is constantly pissing everyone off. How the hell are you guys? This a raid or something? If you wanted to ambush our editorial department, then you're 100 years too early, chumps. Be it the Mafia or whoever you guys are, the Crossbell Times won't be taken down. Be sure to remember that, kids. Excuse me. I'm not allowed upstairs. Sorry, but the editorial department is closed to the general public for the time being. Please redirect any of your inquiries to me. Oh, really? Our mistake. This does contribute to the wordiness of the series in general. But, like, the main characters have actual manners. Instead of someone being like, you can't go up there, and we're like, just like, oh, sorry. Like, we actually say, oh, sorry. And that is actually the crux of a lot of the wordiness. Is that, like, real life conversational pleasantries occur. Where everyone's like, thank you. It's like, oh yeah, I had a lovely time. I had a lovely time too. Thank you. I'd love to see you again. Like, you have that. Oh, you have that a lot between characters in these games. Sometimes I mind it, but most of the time I don't care. This is the IBC's main headquarters, isn't it? It's certainly grand. You're exactly right. This is their central base of operations. Not only do they have many branches spread throughout all of Zumeria, but their services extend beyond just banking. They became the continent's lead asset holder 10 years ago. It wouldn't be an exaggeration to call the IBC the cornerstone of Crossbell's economy. Indeed, the IBC is an unfathomed force in the finance, construction, and real estate industries. Their latest ambition has been to fund a variety of massive public projects for Crossbell. Reports have shown them investing a fortune into the expansion of the geofront and the Orwell network. Damn, guess it's way out of my league then. Can't imagine it have anything to do with a place like this. Randy, you are aware that our salaries are transferred to us through the IBC, correct? Wait, are you kidding me? Considering they're within the city, it's pretty convenient for us. Although I think the bank's closed today. Correct, the employees are given weekends off. Let's come back some other time. Am I gonna get an actual salary like they do in FF8? That was always so cheesable, because you can take them over and over and over until you memorize it, so you just max out your seed level by taking the exams. And then you're rich the entire game. You're running around, suddenly here's 20,000 gil. Because you're getting the maximum salary. The City Hall, CBD headquarters, and the City Library. All the public offices are here in the administrative district. It seems to be quite a tranquil place. The fountain and benches look especially pleasant. It's one of the best places to sit and relax in the whole city, but it's always empty like this in the middle of the day. Well, HQ is right there, so I'm sure we'll have plenty of chances to visit. We definitely should try to remember the way here from the SSS building. Roger, boss man. Didn't we get one of those support requests from HQ telling us to go there? May as well stop by since we're already here. Joke's on you, I'm going there last. You may browse an encyclopedia to broaden your understanding of the world at the City Library. Interesting. New books this month. Mark and the Witch of the Deep Forest. Is that gonna be is that the book I gotta find? Where I find chapters? You know, I've never gotten around to actually reading those books. And I think they're full on like novellas. Like legitimate novellas. They're just very long. That's why I've never like read them out. Oh. All right, that'll be the book. Like realistically, they're not that long. It would take like, say I had 10 chapters of 10 pages, it would probably take like an hour to read. Longer than that if I'm reading it out loud, but you know. Horse Ryan for company. The upside is I already know most of this. Phantom Thief B! Is an elusive thief. From jewels to stolen everything from jewels to orbital tanks. Strange, almost beautiful methods have given rise to a small dedicated fan base. Me. I can't do that laugh very well anymore. Though he sends messages to his intended target to make public appearances clad in a white cape and mask, B's identity remains a mystery. I can't remember what it is because we do find out what his identity is in like Cold Steel 3. No aggression. I forget what Lamont State is. Oh yeah, Epstein Foundation, birthplace of Professor C. Epstein himself. In the center of the Zemirian continent. It's also known for housing the headquarters of the Bracer Guild. Great collapse. The destruction of the ancient Zemirian civilization is estimated to have occurred 1,200 years ago. Okay, right. I didn't know it was called the Great Collapse. by Eastern Quarter. Oh, and Calvard, a large-scale district in the Calvar Republic that was founded by migrants from the East. Due to the comings and goings of various cultures, peoples, and goods, it is often called the point where East meets West. A giant Eastern syndicate is headquartered there. Ooh. Racer Guild, Calvar Republic, Crossbell State. TL artifacts. Vern and Zeiss. Forget what Vern is exactly. Oh yeah, it's the Calvard like manufacturer. Art's 50%, holy crap. Wish I had money for food. True, we have no reason to go traipse around in City Hall and go into the mayor's office. We tried, though. We tried to open that door. Okay, I don't remember if I actually went in here. I think I did? I don't think I went into the kitchen, though. Okay, what's left? There's this little alley leading to the entertainment. It's West Street and residential. I believe this area is known as West Street. Yep, it's one of the larger residential areas in the city. Just look at all the apartments. If you guys wouldn't mind, I actually know a few people here that I'd love to catch up with. Take it you grew up around these parts then? Hell, we're already here. May as well do some meeting and greeting before we head out. I'm sure you've been longing to see your friends and family. We can accompany you too. Thanks, guys. Just swing by Belheim to visit Auntie. You'll probably find Oscar working at morgues too. Born and raised. Hey, Oscar. Well, if it isn't my man, Lloyd. You finally decided to stop by and visit your old buddy, Oscar, eh? You really know how to keep a guy waiting. What's it been, like a year since we last hung out? Oscar, it's been 3 years already. Man, that fuzzy memory of yours hasn't changed a bit. Oh, I blame the fact that we kept sending letters to each other. It never really felt like you were gone for that long, you know? Besides, you might have gotten a bit taller, but I see you still haven't outgrown that precious little baby face. Shut up. Aw, and that pout's only proven him right. You must be an old friend of Lloyd's then. Yep, the oldest. Name's Oscar. I work as an apprentice here at Morg's Bakery. You three are Lloyd's co-workers? Yep, the name's Randy. Nice to meet you, I'm Ellie. TLoH. Nice to meet you guys. You can tell we work together even though we aren't wearing uniforms? Sometimes I can't tell whether he's completely oblivious or a lot sharper than he lets on. Something wrong? I can see the gears spinning around in your head. Oh yeah, you still cook, Lloyd? Huh? I mean, a little bit, I guess. I had to help my uncle with chores, so that meant cooking every so often. Then take this as a reunion gift from yours truly. Hope you get some use out of it. How would I teach you how to make a killer sandwich while you're here? Trust me, it's as easy as pie. It's the perfect recipe to get you in the swing of things. Thanks, Oscar. Wow, this is a nice gift. I learned it twice for some reason. Or maybe it said he gave me a few. He even has plenty of room to write down variations of different recipes. With all of you guys sharing it, I'm sure each of you will come up with your own spin on things. I think you'll get a kick out of it. I'll certainly keep us well fed. It's a little embarrassing, but the only cooking I've ever really done is baking desserts. What about you two? Well, I can only roast and boil stuff, you know, food you have camping out in the wilderness. If a recipe has a clear and concise protocol I can follow, I can manage. If you're interested, I'd be happy to teach you a thing or two. Dang, I should have come here first. There's a set chance to get a supreme or peculiar variant of a dish. There's the happy ham. King potato. Ah, I should go with Lloyd then. I can definitely learn like a fish recipe if I go back to the Fisherman's Guild. Special walnut bread, huh? Oh, CP45. I was wondering. I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna move myself over here. I think it'll make more sense. I'm blocking less stuff. How you doing, Sarayu? You can join me. But yeah, I was wondering why this one costs 3,000. I was like, wait, it's because of the CP. Oh yeah, it's those kids. I didn't even like notice or remember until Ryu was like, "Hey, it's you guys." I'm like, huh? I'm gonna run back to the Fisherman Guild. Fairly certain I'll get a recipe for looking at that thing in the corner. Hell yeah! That's what I like to see. I don't have any tender whitefish. I wonder what else I've already interacted with that like I would have got a recipe from if I had the recipe book. Nothing else is jumping to mind, but I don't know. We'll see. How does it look on stream? Is it framey? Because my preview looks framey. I don't know if it's just my preview or not. Seems fine. Alright. It's just my preview. Your name is Pansy? Aren't you the little girl I used to see at Wendy's place back in the day? Are you friends with my sister? Oh, don't worry, it's nothing. Sorry for bothering you. Figures she doesn't remember me. Well, I didn't know you liked him that young. No, I do not. Are you trying to destroy my reputation? Take it this is Ryu's dad. That damn son of mine. This is supposed to be Yuna's house. Oh? Is that really you, Lloyd? Yeah, it's me. I'm home, Auntie Late. Sorry it took so long for me to visit. It really should have been the first thing I did. Maybe they were on a different floor. This is supposed to be Yuna's. Oh, Lloyd, you finally come home. I'd heard through the grapevine that you were able to get a job at the CPD. How is it? Have you already started work? It's fine so far. It might be a bit too easygoing for my tastes, though. Our chief kind of just lets us do our own thing. Really? That sounds like an enjoyable place to work to me. Honestly, I'm just happy to see you looking healthy and cheery again. I'll have to thank Adios next time I'm at the cathedral. Lloyd, if you ever need anything while you're living in the dorms, you better let me know right away. Your auntie will be there in a flash if you ever need anything. Wonder if they'll include the bonus content from the Vita version? Bonus content? Come on, Auntie. I'm not a little kid anymore. Besides, I've been living in dorms since I was enrolled at the police academy. Don't be such a stranger, Lloyd. You just came home. Don't be afraid to rely on your auntie to help you out. Sorry, Auntie. I'll be sure to drop by again soon. I'll bring some desserts if we can catch up over them. Dang, she's totally got Lloyd on the back foot. Despite her seemingly gentle nature, she appears to be quite the formidable force. For some reason, I don't get the feeling they're related by blood, though. Maybe not, but they're as close as any family I've ever seen. I'm a bit jealous. Long time no see, Uncle Miles. Oh, well, if it isn't little Lloyd from next door. What a pleasant surprise. I'd heard that you were back in town, but I didn't think that you'd grown so much. I hardly recognize you. Well, I might have gotten a little taller, but I've still got a long way to go on the inside. I wouldn't say that. You did pass the qualification exam to become a detective, after all. I'm sure if Guy were still here, he'd be proud of his little brother. You really think so? Be glad if that were truly the case. He absolutely would, I know it. My job keeps me out of the house, but my wife is usually home. Please rely on her if you ever need some help, okay? Thanks, I'm in your debt. What is this bonus content? Is it spoilery? If it's spoilery, don't tell me. Ah, yes, rich people. Felt like changing the atmosphere, so I redecorated. I've never understood people like that. I feel like even if I had the money, still wouldn't do it. I still wouldn't just redecorate it for the hell of it. She wasn't created yet for the PSP version, which I'm pretty sure this one is based off of. In the Vita version, Yuna first existed in Azure, I think it was. Okay, so just like the existence of Yuna is the bonus content. Which right now is a little weird because Lloyd's aunt lives in their house, or where their house is supposed to be. Unless it was a different floor. I'm trying to remember. I do remember it was at the end of the hall, though. It is I, Sammy, the caretaker. I want to say that as an introduction someday. It's like, yes, it is I. A few extra quests and stuff. I see. West Street is pretty different to Cold Steel version. At least like the layout of the street and stuff. Although I do remember there being a law office in Tallies, but it was like way off in the distance. Although the law office was closed. It was like abandoned by the time we ever saw it in Cold Steel. I assume we'll find out why in the course of these 2 games. I guess I gotta walk up to everything, just in case there's something to interact with. Is it weird to think that I specifically like the talk bubbles? Every time I see it in my head, I go, "Oh, that's nice," and I'm like, it's just a talk bubble. I don't. Why is that? Why does that happen every time? Yeah, there are no sparkles. This is true. Although the sparkles didn't, like, I mostly think of like Final Fantasy IX. That was one of those games where I had sparkles. Or did it? No, sometimes I had sparkles. But it did have, you know, random shit just like on the floors, and so you end up just running everywhere you can just to see the pop up. I do like that. I don't know. I like it. This is Crossbell's Northwestern District. It's been home to upper-class families for as long as I can remember. Nothing but big-ass mansions around here. Is this and a 0 based off of the Kai versions? Kai with Geofront's work. Okay. Ellie is acting strange. Oh, her family lives here. She's rich as hell. It'd be a good idea to talk to people. Okay. This is... I mean, it's nice, but it's not that much nicer than those fucking rich apartments. Ooh, Ryu is rich as hell too. That's good to know. You don't have the sequel yet? I don't have the sequel yet either. But I got a few months to, like, hopefully it goes on sale or something. If not, and it's time for me to play it, I'll just get it. But I do have Cold Steel 4.5 though. I can always play that first. Although I'd rather do, you know, Crossbell games together, not like split them up. I feel like I've seen a rich Sophia and Harold in Arabonia at some point. Your husband is involved with commerce, correct? Yeah, he's a trader, albeit a relatively minor one. I apologize for the misunderstanding. What do you mean this house? What is this house? Are there gonna be some colorful quests involving this house? Is Colin gonna do something dumb and we have to save him? I believe Representative Campbell lives in this mansion. Representative Campbell? Who's that? He's the leader of the Republican faction of the Diet, or Diet. I don't know if it's pronounced Diet or Diet when it's, like, not food related, it's the other meaning. You'd be surprised how far his influence can reach. It'd be wise for us to not bother him if we don't have any business here. Good call, I think I'll pass on meeting him until we have to. If you remembered names, you'd probably know, but I don't blame you considering how many games. I do remember a Sophia and a Harold. Maybe they were like... I want to say it was like the rich family I kept running into that was just like touring Erebonia. That's what I want to say. I don't remember anything other than that. Maybe Colin got lost and we saved him. That sounds like a true statement. We'll go with that. Come and admire my babies. Am I a professional at watering flowers? Goddamn fucking aristocrats. You shan't say no more. Okay then. His name is Bond. James Bond. I haven't seen a Bond movie in forever. The last one I saw was a Pierce Brosnan one. And that was like 15, 20 years ago at this point. I should watch some Bond movies. I've seen very few of them in like the grand library of Bond movies. I've never seen one. I've seen the Pierce Brosnan ones because they were like, they came out at like that age where I was like, yeah, spies and guns and all that stuff. Like GoldenEye was my first ever Bond movie. And then I definitely saw 2 more with Pierce Brosnan. I think he did a 4th one, which I never saw. This mansion's really impressive. Looks like the gate is closed, though. Hey, Lloyd, wouldn't it be rude to loiter in front of someone's house if they don't have any business here? Yeah, you're right. Whoever lives here must be pretty famous. Like Ellie McDowell. Be wise to not intrude on them so suddenly. Yeah, this is her house. The game made it very obvious. Not much of a movie guy. I'm not really either. At least not anymore. I almost never watch movies, but I have like, I'll have like a month or 2 where I'm like, let's just watch movies. I'll watch a bunch of movies. Oh yeah, I was like, oh, we're done, but we got the entertainment district still. Yeah, I lived with people that are like, they like watch so many movies. I just don't end up watching stuff. All of my watching stuff is now Twitch and YouTube. Like 99% of it. And it's not, like, I don't really watch TV shows or anime or movies. To be fair, I only want to see like maybe 5% of whatever comes out every year. And I just never bother because I don't have the fucking streaming service. I don't want to pay for it because I'm poor. What's that over there? Wow, this is amazing. This is home to the content-renowned theater troupe Arcane CL. Oh yeah, are their tickets ridiculously expensive though? Everybody enjoying themselves? Are we all ready to go to our next stop? Oh man, can't we go inside and watch one of their performances? No can do, I'm afraid. Their only show today is being held later in the evening. Once we split off for free time tonight though, you're welcome to check it out. I wholeheartedly recommend it, both for fans and the uninitiated. Okay everyone, allow me to lead you to our next destination. Keep up with Star Trek. I've been also meaning to like watch some Star Trek because I've only really seen Next Generation and I've only seen like random bits here and there. So I was thinking of like watching that, even though I've heard that first season's fucking awful. Yeah, and New Trek, I'm fully aware of New Trek and how fucking awful it is. I like coming out here to chill. Been a hell of a lot of tourists lately, though. Yeah, I heard there have been a lot of tour buses coming in from out of town. The entertainment district has a lot to offer, so that makes it one of the more popular spots for them to visit. That's why our work is of such importance. If something were to happen to them, it could snowball into an international crisis. It would be best to avoid that indeed. Season 1 is mostly meh. I mean, you're being generous from what I've heard. How many seasons are there for TNG? Isn't it like 11 or 12 or something? Which reminds me, I never finished Stargate. I think I have like half of the last season I never saw. Only 7? I thought it was longer than that. I guess that is pretty long. They were what, like 20? That was the age of like 24 episodes per season, right? It's not like 7 or 10 like we do now. Well, I guess that's still like 140 episodes or whatever. Is this a casino? Sure is, the illustrious Barca Casino. My go-to place in Crossbell City. How about it, guys? A little casino action to celebrate our newfound division? Yeah, I don't think so. Please try to use your brain, Randy. Come on, Mademoiselle. Give me one good reason why we shouldn't. Well, for one, we're in the middle of training today. Sorry, Randy, but you're out of luck this time. That's a shame. I'm sure we'll get access to the casino at some point. Code of Honor, holy racist Batman. Is it? I'm sure you're right, but now I'm just curious. What's going on? Oh, don't be stubborn, Risha. I promise it's not a big deal. Stay with me for as long as you'd like. No, really, I couldn't. I appreciate the offer, but I'll be fine, really. I'll just find a cheap apartment somewhere. City Hall's information desk should be able to point me in the right direction, I think. True, true. That's probably the quickest and easiest way to go about it. You can take care of your citizenship application while you're there, too. I suppose you're right. An unflattering depiction of black people. Okay. Surprised I've never heard of it. You'd think it would just, like, randomly pop up and go viral for some reason. With, you know, how the internet is today. I'm sorry, not only did I cut our practice short, but now I'm bothering you with all these questions. Holy smokes, is that Ilya Pletier? Ilya Pletier? I think I've seen her in a few magazines. And who might you all be? My sincerest apologies, but Arkansas has a performance starting at 6 p.m. If you're a fan, we would appreciate it if you would return at a later time. Sorry, sir, we didn't intend to come here unannounced. Please excuse us then. Boy, was that embarrassing. I thought we could go in there without any issues. Excuse me, but who exactly is this Ilya Platier? What's hurting my brain is I actually there was an Ilya in my high school, and it was a guy. And so I associate the name Ilya with men. So I'm just like, Because I just assumed it was a guy name. Because the only person I've ever met was a guy named Ilya. She is stunning. But how could you not know who Ilya Platier is? Man, you've been living under a rock all these years? Say that again. Calm down, you two. To answer your question, Tio, she's a bit of a celebrity. Thanks, I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, pardon me. No, it was our fault. We shouldn't have been standing in your way. It's okay. Have a nice day. Some tragic irony. The best thing that happened to Star Trek is Roddenberry dying. I don't know much about Gene Roddenberry himself. I just know he's like the creator of all these sci-fi shows. Huh, she from the troupe? Never seen her face before though. Is she a new member? I read this as Hotel Millium and I was like, that's not right. That's not the right name. Remind me, because I don't fully remember it, because I kind of blacked out the end of Cold Steel 4. Millium gets like a new body in, right? Right at the end? They like transfer her soul into a new body or something? And then everything's hunky-dory and it's like she never died in the first place. That is what happened, right? When I say at the end, I mean like right at the end. When they're doing all the, like the denouement kind of stuff at the end of the story, and we're like, yeah, we gotta have a little capstone on the end of Millium's story. Ta-da! She's a person again. I have to ask, because it feels like such a fever dream of a thing. Like, is that really what happened? I like the music here. This leads out to the other door. Okay. So I'm not crazy. It's just that situation is crazy. Because I mentioned last time, I was like, no one died. Crow didn't die either, did he? Or did he? I don't remember. I actually don't remember the... I rolled my eyes so hard I forgot the end of Cold Steel 4. I'm not afraid to say it either. Get the lesser ending, she stays dead. I think that's true for Crow as well. The lesser ending is where, like, Reen, Crow, and Millium, like, fly into space. And then it just ends? I think Reen sacrifices himself or something? Or maybe he lived, but the other two had to, like, sacrifice. It was weird. The ending of Cold Steel 4 was really weird. And, like, it was bad, okay? It was bad. I'm a fan of the series, but I'm not a fanboy of the series, if that makes sense. The different endings to Cold Steel 4 are actually integral to Reverie. Like in a timeline sense? Now I'm scared. Now I'm scared. I've always been scared to play Reverie, but oh, now I'm really scared. What is this place? This is the infamous back alley of Crossbell. Like an extension of the entertainment district. Got its fair share of pubs and nightclubs you can while the night away at. You sound like you're awfully familiar with this area, Randy. Of course, man. Didn't I tell you before? Clubs around here have a ton of sexy ladies. Where sexy ladies gather, so too does Alright, you can stop talking now. I suppose Randy must be a regular at these kinds of places. Prices may be expensive. Ah, I spy with my little eye Randy Orlando. You haven't come by to play with us lately. What could be more important than us? My bad, sweetie. My hands are kind of tired right now, sort of in the middle of a career change. How's life been treating you, my dearest heiress? I guess I'm the same as usual. I'm always working as hard as I can to beat my rivals. Randy, will you please come play with us again? You leave me no choice, ma'am. Maybe I could take some time to... Yes, hello, Randy? care to not hit on hostesses while with a minor, please? Tells me Randy's pretty well known around here. Can't really explain it without spoiling. Still need to get Reverie. How do you know if you haven't... If you don't have Reverie, how do you know these things? Have you been reading wikis? Yes. I do have Reverie sitting in my Steam library though, so it will get played. I am committed to the series. I'm just not afraid to criticize when it doesn't do very well. This looks like some kind of jazz bar. That it is. This place is a pretty famous local spa. Got a nice selection of drinks too. I want to find a place. Not necessarily a jazz bar, but I want to find a place like a small, quaint little place like this. We can hang out and have some drinks in this, like, dim place. The problem is, every time I've ever found something like that, it's just full of people. Like, full of people. And it's like, well, it's not very quaint anymore. But then businesses can't exactly exist if they don't have customers. So I'm like, it's such a catch-22. So this is the Jazz Bar Garante. Wait a second, I think I remember my brother mentioning this place. You've only partially spoiled yourself. Okay. Well, I'm not so cold as to give exhausted guests nothing for stopping by. I'd be happy to whip up a cocktail or two for you all, excluding the kid, of course. So I am the only one left out, is that right? That dirty old perv, can't he keep his hands to himself? Like, think about how many people can fit in here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 12. There are 12 seats. Maybe you could add one more per couch. So, like, 15 seats. A business that small can't afford live music. Unless it's jam-packed with people all the time. And that's why it's a catch-22. It's like, these places can't really exist in real life. Unless it's in the middle of nowhere, but then those places are always kind of dank. Well, I can't remember the voice I gave Imelda. Shadow, welcome. Feel free to inspect any and all of my prized antique series. Something about this place gives me the creeps. I'm about to hit shop. I don't have money. I have 30 Mira. Can't afford 25k. This is new. Hey, you brats. You got some business here or something? Can't let your kids pass here. It's private property, understand? What's with these guys? They definitely ain't your friendly neighbors. Yeah, I think they're with the Mafia. I'd like to investigate when we get the chance, but we're still just rookies. For now, we shouldn't press our luck. Alright, I think that's the city explored. I think. Let me just double check this. Yeah, that's the city explored. Hell yeah. Is that you, Franz? I haven't seen you in a while. Wow, good to see you, Lloyd. Been about a month since Police Academy graduation, hasn't it? Hey, didn't you pass the detective qualification exam? Are you happy with your assignment? Wait, don't tell me. Were you assigned to one of the investigative divisions right off the bat? Well, not exactly. What's with the half-hearted reply? Well, it's no big deal. It won't be much longer until your pal Franz here becomes a detective too. I'll be counting on you to help explain anything I don't understand in the textbooks. Yeah, leave it to me. I need to fill Franz in on things later. Wasn't there a Franz in Erebonia's Academy. Or am I thinking of Franz Rein? I might be thinking of Franz Reinford. I want to say there was a student named Franz. Crossbell feels lived in. Didn't really get that from any other town in the games. I got that a little bit from Sky. At least a little bit from Sky. I definitely agree with you for like Cold Steel though. They were always like a little. I don't know what it is. I think it's the art style personally. The art style is very cozy. More than anything else. Oh, Loy! Hello again. I saw the request on the terminal, so here we are. Great, I've been waiting for you guys. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. I'm Rebecca, the head receptionist of the CPD. And I'm Franz Seeker, also a receptionist of the CPD. I don't think I had the chance to properly introduce myself the other day. Yeah, I suppose you didn't. That day wasn't one of our finest moments. What you mean to say is we were scolded by the Vice Commissioner after we let a bracer steal all of our credit. Don't remind me. Oh dear, I'm so sorry everyone. That's pretty unfortunate for your first day. Don't let it bother you too much. Sales wouldn't be at high with this style. It wouldn't, that's true. Well, no, you're probably right. It's hard to say. Like, there's plenty of like retro, like artistic styles that seem to do perfectly fine. So I don't know. It's hard to say. The SSS was only established recently, so I'm sure you are all still trying to get the hang of things. If you ever need a helping hand, don't hesitate to rely on us, okay? Thank you very much. It warms my heart to hear we've got an angel like you looking out for us. You're too kind. So would you mind explaining the additional details regarding the support requests? Of course not, let's get started. First of all, HQ has assigned a dedicated operator to support the SSS. That's our very own Fran right here. It's a pleasure to work with you all. CSRs, yeah, like, that reminds me, I do need to play that game. I should put that on my list of like games to play in the stream info. An operator. So Fran will be supporting us via our enigmas. Well, my specialty isn't really supporting you guys in the field. My main duty is to help report and process the completion of support requests. This will be done via the Orbital Network. You kind of lost me on this one. In other words, the SSS will be accepting a myriad of different requests from now on. And once we finish these requests, Fran will process the reports that we submit to her through our terminal in the SSS building. So then that means we don't have to come to headquarters every time we need to submit a report, is that right? Precisely. Once your reports are approved and processed within the system, we will send the proper compensation your way. Furthermore, when your DP accumulates beyond a certain threshold, your detective rank will also increase. Feel free to ask me about that later. Basically, these are all my new duties as the very first operator of the SSS. I see, that makes sense. So we can avoid all that irritating paperwork by using the terminal down at the SSS building, yeah? That's right, it's actually part of the Orbital Network initiative in Crossbell. Tio, has the terminal at the SSS been Tio, has the terminal at the SSS been installed and tested yet? Yes, it is ready for reports anytime. I know some of the abbreviations. Yeah. Yeah. Can't wait to get more DP. Well then, please allow me to explain the additional details regarding your support requests. If there's anything you don't understand, please feel free to ask questions. I mean, I don't need to ask any of these, but By completing investigations successfully and finishing support requests, your achievements within the CPD will be noted. Your accomplishments will be determined by the amount of detective points DP earned. Extra DP may be obtained depending on your performance during missions and requests. When your DP reaches a certain threshold, you will be promoted. There's nothing like a good DP threshold, am I right? Currently, ranks are divided into 15 levels. You'll be rewarded with every rank promotion, so it's definitely worth the extra effort. Can't go around calling them the SS now, can we? That's funny. Even though I'm saying SSS, it still makes me think of fucking Nazis. And I'm just like, Do I have to ask all of these? Because I don't care. I know what this is. This is my... Oh, this is like... This is my 8th game in the series. I understand. With the exception of a few special cases, you retain the right to decide whether you'll accept a support request or not. Make sure to complete them within the given deadline. I'm gonna skip through this because it's again, 8th game. I understand. Don't have any more questions. Alright, I believe that should wrap up the explanation on support requests. So, when you return to the SSS, try pressing the report option on your terminal screen. I'll make sure to send more support requests your way as they come in. Got it, thanks you two. Oh, someone's coming out. Damn. What are you mutts doing here? This place has no use for outcasts like you. Yeah, that right? I cannot deny the outcasts part. But more importantly, I say that you didn't bother to heed my advice. Didn't I tell you to refuse your assignment to the special support section? It's a waste of CPD funding that was only established because of that damned Sergei. It's trash, meaningless, a rotten ship that will sink in half a year. I even went out of my way to warn you out of the kindness of my heart. Excuse me, Vice Commissioner, weren't you in a hurry? Yes, I'm a busy man. I nearly forgot, thanks to the lot of you. Listen, leave the hard work to the capable detectives and don't make a mess, got it? Just keep an eye on the citizens and make sure they stay happy. Don't go prowling where you don't belong. Now get back to that dump you call your office. What a dick. Should we still take the elevator or no? I hate to say it, but I get the feeling we're not even recognized as police officers around here. We'd probably just see it as us barging in. It may be prudent of us to avoid going upstairs unless we have some special business to attend to. I had to try anyway. Oh, is that you, Lloyd? Long time no see. Oh, Kate, it's good to see you again. You know her, Lloyd? Yeah, from the police academy. She'd already graduated by the time I was there, but still like to drop by for a visit now and then. I learned a lot under Kate, everything from firing a gun to regular classroom lessons. Oh yeah, I had a ton of fun showing Lloyd the ropes no matter what you threw at him. He'd always pick it up lightning fast. You know, that division you were assigned to is quite a bit unorthodox. I'll admit, it's got me a little worried. Don't forget, good things come to those who work hard. I'm sure it'll pay off. Yeah, I'm sure you're right. Now I'm even more worried. I think it's clear that the Special Support Section is the black sheep of the CPD. I could use discount bracers. Oh no. seems we were fortunate to have our office in a separate building. So Fran told me you guys ended up staying in that weird new division. Pretty gutsy move, to be honest. Regardless, I'm always willing to help some rookies out. Feel free to ask me anything you're unclear on. I'll do my very best to answer. Thanks. By the way, are you free right now, my dear Ellie? What do you say we go and grab some lunch together? I'll have to respectfully decline. Oh, really? I guess you're a tough nut to crack, huh? I thought Randy came on strong. At least he's upfront. He's upfront with his intentions. That's nothing to sneeze at. I'm guessing there's no fast travel. Why is this making a sound? Why does that button make a sound? How did I see? Hold on, there's a way to see like the... I think it was an item. There's a map. Oh yeah, there it is, state map. Let's just look at this for a quick second. Is there absolutely no way to get to Michelin other than boat? That's what it looks like. Oh, maybe I'll get to see Tangram Gate before it gets blown up. It was Tangram, right? Not Belgard? It was Tangram Gate. So, all we have to do is use this terminal and report our progress to headquarters, right? That is correct. We should try testing it. Hello, you've reached the CPD. This is Fran speaking. Well then, allow me to go over your report. No remarks. Thanks for the reports, everyone. If you finish more support requests, please let me know. I see, that was really quick. So from here on out, we just have to report in like that whenever we complete requests? Another update. It appears that more requests have already been added to our system. We should verify each one just to be safe. But hold on. It appears that more requests have already come in. We should verify each one. Okay, fine. Because, like, another quest is, like, unreported. I assume the urgent one is the story one. Dear Trant, I lost some items in the city. I'm looking for somebody to help me find them. It's in the Millennium. I keep reading it as Millium. The Millium Hotel. In City Hall. Verifying vacant units. This would help Risha, because she's looking for a vacant unit. Dangerous monster Megalobat has been sighted in the Geofront's A1 sector. It uses the weight of its body to damage with high power attacks. Be alert. Okay. Yeah, that's a lot. More monsters in the Geofront, eh? So this is an extermination request? From what I've heard, those are usually handled by the Bracer Guild. Hear me out, guys. Why don't we take care of this extermination ourselves? You want to? Looking for a bit of redemption, Lloyd? Yeah, I am. It was only because of Arios McLean that we came out unscathed last time. If we had time to prepare, I genuinely believe that we could have handled it on our own. Besides, today is our first official day on the job, so why not start off with a bang? You make a compelling argument. It seems troublesome, but you may have a point. I like the way you think, Lloyd. We better get to work on fixing up our questionable image. Now that we've got a plan, I guess we should head to the Geofront when we're ready? Yeah. Can I report the other one now? This one's it's complete. But I can't report it? This is the one I'm thinking of. Weird. Whatever. Okay. It was the hotel and City Hall. You're looking for information on the cheapest apartments? Take this brochure. I'm sure it'll prove more than useful to you. Oh, I wasn't aware these existed. What a relief. Do you mind if I borrow one and read through it? Not at all, ma'am. They're there for you to take. But I'd be careful with cheaper apartments if I were you. I need to hurry and sort out my housing situation so I can return to practicing. My apologies. I started thinking aloud. Anyway, thank you for your assistance. Oh, I'm so sorry. Not at all. Didn't we just see her not too long ago? Something tells me we'll be seeing more of her in the future. Welcome to Crossbell City Hall. If you're here to pay for your utilities or to change your address, you've come to the right place. Feel free to inquire about additional services. Excuse us, we're with the CPD. We're here in response to a support request submitted by City Hall. Even her sprite is surprisingly endowed. You keep saying what I'm thinking. And I keep not saying it. Ugh. You are correct, though. Oh, you're with the police? Wonderful, I wasn't expecting you to respond so quickly. Right, could you give us more details about the request, please? I don't need to. I guess not. I guess I just... Guess not. Believe it had to do with confirming vacancies of certain residences? Yes, of course, allow me to explain. You're all familiar with resident registrations, correct? Anyone wishing to move to Crossbell must visit us to register for residency. The reality is, people will freely move in and out of the city without going through the appropriate avenues. It's become more and more difficult for us to keep track of it all. I see. Therefore, we're seeking your help to verify any vacant residences in the city. We need to rectify our documents that have any mislabeled vacancies. The folks over at the Residential Affairs have their hands full, so we'd greatly appreciate the assistance. You been telling us that we have to play errand boys for the government? Don't be rude, Randy. Verifying vacancies is actually important in catching certain criminal activities. Filing the documents in a timely manner is critical. Oh yeah? Go figure. It'll be good for us to walk around the city and get the lay of things while we're at it. Will you be able to help us then? Thank you very much. I'll hand these documents over to you. These files are relevant to the request and will guide you in your work. Understood. We'll be sure to look them over. Thank you. Let's see. There are 3 different locations in total. There's one near the entrance of the residential district. Looks like the next one's on East Street. According to this address, it's to the right of the Bracer Guild. To the right of the Bracer Guild? Sweet, that'll be pretty easy to remember. Last one looks like it's in the downtown district. It's an apartment complex known as Lotus Heights. There appear to be 3 documented vacancies. There's a thread on the Falcom subreddit just discussing the chest sizes of Kiseki girls. There are many large chests in this series. This is true. Just a moment, please. I'll note this down in the detective notebook. Okay, all done. Thanks for taking care of that, Ellie. We'll begin working on verifying the outlined vacancies now. Should we come back here once we've completed the task? Yes, please report to me once you've completed verifying all 3 locations. I'll leave everything in your capable hands. The weird part is I'm not gonna have markers just telling me exactly where to go at all times. Which is preferred, but like, I'm just not used to it for this series. The Cold Steel just holds your hand at every possible opportunity. It'll be in the detective book, right? Or it'll be in the quest. Yeah, it's listed in here. On a game, so they have crippling back pain. True. Residential. Let's do that one first. I could also just stop by the hotel. I kind of want to just do this one first and just focus on it. They said near the entrance. Like this? I think this is the vacant house. It has the right address. Doesn't look like anybody's here. Doesn't matter how you look at it, that's an empty mansion. Agreed, I'm unable to detect any presences within. I think this house has been abandoned for a little over 10 years. I remember hearing rumors about this house being haunted back when I was a child. Oh, really? Me and I are around the same age, but I've never heard that rumor at all. At any rate, I think we've successfully verified the vacancy. You'd buy it and clean it up? I would too, probably. Assuming the plumbing is still good. Fixing plumbing is probably expensive as hell. Cool, let's move on to the next one. Oh yeah, it was East Street, and I think to the right of the Bracer Guild was the Fisherman's Guild, so that's not vacant at all. Yeah. This is the building directly to the right of the Bracer Guild. Wasn't it supposed to be vacant, though? Or electric? Yeah, that's true. It does not display any signs of vacancy at all. Quite the opposite, actually. Maybe we can check with the receptionist and see what the deal is. Man, I want to go on another fishing trip sometime soon. I bet you would, wouldn't you? Excuse me, sir. We're with the... Oh, you kids are all interested in joining? I'll gladly accept you. Welcome to the Fisherman's Guild. Boy, am I glad to see younger fishing enthusiasts joining us. Joining the Fisherman's Guild? Pardon me, sir, but what exactly is this place? Oh, sorry about that, kid. This is the gathering grounds of fishing enthusiasts, the Crossbell branch of the Fisherman's Guild. Hey, kid with the blue and white jacket there. You look like you've handled a few rods before. I can sniff out talent from a selge away. How about it, kid? Looking to get your bait on? Also handling rods? I can't do the eyebrow thing very well. I used to be able to like be really good and just be like, takes practice. What? I mean, sure, I used to go fishing back when I was a kid. But I'm working right now, sorry. No, you were not the only one thinking it. I decided to blow past it, and then I decided to revisit it a few dialogue boxes later. I'm impressed at how easily he could tell Lloyd that he has fishing experience. These old men mystify me. Man, that caught me off guard. Anyway, this might go without saying, but this building isn't vacant, right? Because according to the records from City Hall, this place should be unoccupied. What? Of course it's not. That's impossible. As you can see, we're in the process of planning our next fishing event. While we're on the topic of vacancies, there's an apartment complex by the name of Acacia right up the street. Pretty sure there was a vacant room in there. That's what you're looking for, maybe? You'll find Acacia 2 buildings over from us, to the left of the Bracer Guild. The actual vacancy's 2 buildings away? You're telling me the records were botched? It seems to be the case. In that case, we should head there and confirm it so the City Hall can update the records. Alright, that one's not empty. One of these was empty, though, I think. Well, there's no people in it. Excuse me, is anyone home? I'm not sensing anyone inside, Lloyd. Yeah, it seems that way. Oh, what are you all doing over there? There's a vacant room. It's like we were right on the money. Yeah, the last tenant moved away about half a month ago. I'd suggest you contact the landlord directly if you're interested in moving in. Well, I guess the vacancy on East Street was referring to this apartment. Did the previous tenant not file the proper papers or something when he split? Man, how lazy can you get? That reminds me, the City Hall receptionist had mentioned that their records may not be completely accurate. I now understand what she meant by it. Okay, so the vacancy on East Street is room 202 at Acacia Apartments. I should write down all the details. Alright, let's move on to the next one. Before I do move on to the next one, I'm going to take a quick break because I have not done that yet. So I'll be right back.